Hey everybody, welcome to AiDIY. AiDIY.tech is the website. I'm your host, Matt. Today I'm going to introduce you to a very cool way to start making music videos with a little bit of animation and image creation. It's an all-in-one tool. It's called Storyboards, and I'm just going to show it to you now. Cool, welcome back. Now, this software has only been around for 5 months as of May 2025. So it's early version, and I already really like the features that it has available and the way it sort of performs. That being said, it looks like it's going to be done a lot further. I did an interview with Marcus, the CEO, last week that introduced the features, and he's funded. They're still improving on features, still creating features, but this is what I wanted to show you. Included in the software is the storyboard function, and that's the reason I found this software in the first place. I was finding when I do my music videos through Runway and Leonardo AI to create the images and Kling to do the lip sync and all that, I was finding that I was wasting a lot of credits because I was just like making everything up, making up the scenes on the fly with no real direction other than the lyrics. So I wanted to find a storyboard. I found this storyboard, and I found that it actually does a lot more than storyboarding, and I thought it'd be good to show you features of this if you want to get started at a basic level of creating animations and music videos. Because let's face it, if you just create the videos in Suno and whack them up there, it looks and it's fine to be a beginner, but at some point you want to move on and start making videos. This is a really good way to get started with it. Cool, I hope you like how this episode's going so far. Now, if you do, I'm just going to remind you, subscribe down below. I think the reason I'm able to get people of this quality to come on and help you guys is because I'm starting to get subscribers. Now, the more subscribers I get, the more it benefits the channel and the more this sort of stuff I can do, and it can get better and better. So please subscribe. Am I suggesting if you are already doing full-blown production and all that stuff that you use Storyboards AI for the purpose that I'm telling you that it can be used for? No, but it can definitely be used to save credits by storyboarding out everything and having a plan when you're doing these, your videos and you're with your regular tools. But if you're starting out, this is a really cool thing. It contains text to image, it contains image to video, and it contains a little bit of clip like storyboarding, like video editing, sort of just to give you a visual overarch of how it'll all look together as part of the software. So I'm just going to walk you through some of the features that I did for this use case in order to make a video called Back in '82 about Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. So it was just a bit of fun. I made the song specifically for this test case. Let's go ahead and have at it. Cool, this is part one. You're gonna choose to build out with the help of AI when it comes up. So you're gonna open it up. It's gonna give you an option. Do you want to do it manually or AI? You want to choose the AI feature when it does that. And I first suggest dropping your song lyrics into ChatGPT so it sort of gives you a story that works. So you can tell ChatGPT, look, I want multiple scenes for each chorus or for each verse, and the chorus needs to maintain the same thing. However you want to do it, drop it into ChatGPT and get the framework, or just write it out yourself that you're going to drop in, because it's going to use AI to create the whole storyboard and all that. You're going to have to adjust it all, but the initial thing, use AI, drop your story with segments into Storyboards AI, and it'll give you initial thing. So you're going to take the output and drop it into Storyboards, click next, Then you're going to choose the image style that you want. Now, you can change this image style later, but it'll mess up your consistency. You want to get this sort of right now. So choose that image style here, and then Storyboards will then automatically build out your characters based on the style of the image and what you dropped in for your story itself. And as you see, it didn't do a great job, but you do have the option to clean that up, which I did. After a bit of time, your storyboard is going to be spat out complete with images. When it does, you're going to want to double check that story. Spend a bit of time making sure the storyboard did a good job of creating the board based on the vision of the song. Spend a bit of time on this. You might want to make quite a few changes. It's going to give you a good framework, or if you're just getting started, just roll with it and play with it and see the outcome. But as you go on, you're going to want to spend quite a bit of time in here cleaning up the story. That was part 2. All right, this is the third part. You want to get clear on your images. It's not going to be perfect. The software creates its own prompts based on your script and within the image parameters you selected earlier. So you'll have to make sure that the images align with your vision. They definitely didn't with me. Well, they did, but I had to make changes. And you know, most text to image will think football is soccer, which it did here. So you might need to do things like change it to American football or Australian football or whatever. Cool. So you go in and your images are looking pox, and you try to, you know, you're in black and white. You don't want to be black and white, and you keep telling it, no, add color, and it won't. It's because it's forced into that style, and maybe you did the wrong one. So go on the left part there, check the style. If your images are looking pox, just double check that the style isn't locked into something that you chose. And that earlier part in the startup, I had to change and start the project all over again. I was like, why is this locked in black and white? It's because I chose the wrong style. But that's fine, just do it over again. You don't want to do every single image over manually. Cool, now this is the function, and this is unlimited. If you have the unlimited plan, you can go to town with image creation and video creation. It's a bit messy. It's not Sora, it's not Runway. Like I said, the use case for doing it this way is because, I mean, for one thing, like people are saying, I want to do it for almost no cost. Well, if you do it with Sora, if you do it with Runway, you do it with Kling, you know, to get through an entire video, one video might cost you $50, right? This is unlimited. It's like a 35, whatever it is per month. And I've got a discount code in the comments below. Yeah, you can use this as a literal storyboard, or you can do your image to videos and make those videos, as I said. Cool, let's check out the preview mode. And you should be checking this preview mode all the way through. I'm sorry I sort of kept it at the end because it's not super important to your storytelling, but you want to be able to click on this preview mode and see how the story flows all together. And you can sort of click in the scenes to select your images and all that and download them or whatever you want to do. Cool, and a little bit of a bonus, you can add these clips and these different things to the timeline. But if you want to have like an overall video, if you want to add them all in and move things around and see how it all flows before you add it to your actual video editor and add music, you can do that. Make sure that the story makes sense. You can check the video reference. Cool, now I just want to show you DaVinci Resolve at a glance. You will need some sort of video editor, obviously. If you're making videos, you can use DaVinci Resolve like I do, or you can use CapCut. I think Canva, you can even do some video editing in there, maybe even with the free version. I'm pretty sure you can. But this is DaVinci at a glance, and this is how I do it. Cool. Now, that was a really cool tool to get you started. I suggest that once you get that all out, you can continue to use storyboards indefinitely, because it saves credits if you go to those higher end tools to eventually start like lip syncing music, making some really crisp, clean images, to do image to video. You'll want to do that, but I'm using storyboards now. I've moved past this part that I've sort of told you here, and I do other sort of things, but I use storyboards to make sure that I have everything in place, so I'm not wasting a lot of credits and a lot of, you know, text to video images and all that stuff. I want to make sure I get it right the first time, or at least as close to right the first time as I can. And storyboarding like this is perfect because you're going to stick to a plan. You're going to see what the story is. You're going to see what you're doing well before you film your video or before you edit your video, and you'll know what you're doing. Cool. I hope you like how this episode's going so far. Now, if you do, I'm just going to remind you, subscribe down below. I think the reason I'm able to get people of this quality to come on and help you guys is because I'm starting to get subscribers. Now, the more subscribers I get, the more it benefits the channel and the more this sort of stuff I can do, and it can get better and better. So please subscribe.